It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. The running back has it. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing, and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Canes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. And the Canes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. Will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. Still running at the 40. Racing down the left side. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
LSU will get a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them grow.
Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Meant nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Powers forward. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a catch. He just throws his mid up there, and you can tell those sticky gloves are paying off. Sticks the football, makes the catch. 3rd down, needed a play. What do? You go find your man that only needs one hand.
Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The play action fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Can't get him to the ground. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's sacked. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Gonna look downfield again. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Going for it all. Touchdown, Miami! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Penn State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Punts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. On the move. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Working that left side now. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Bringing the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch down the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Second down, he'll throw it. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. There he goes! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the single back. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Pressure coming. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Add those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Looking downfield on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Really solid timing here between wide receiver and quarterback. You see curl routes all the time. Got to do a good job. As soon as he breaks and starts to curl back to the quarterback, you see he throws the football right to him. Great timing.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to get the edge on the right. Hard running there. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. We thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the play fake. He's got him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 22 to Penn State. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so accurate.
He's going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They kick it away on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And we'll start the 4th quarter by trying to boot a 3 through there. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. Running to Green. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too.
There he goes to the right. Inside the touchdown, Miami. And here they come, almost all the way back.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out from the tight end.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How?
Turning it on! Knocked off his feet.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's got his man. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a chance. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 24 to West Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Under fire. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Finds us back in the middle.
Look, it's a nice game, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you've got to be throwing at least to the 1st down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 37. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's sacked. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Hurricane! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he made the extra point without problem. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.